To become a man of her dreams, it's important to ask a very simple question. What are you really looking for? Do you just want one simple trick to stop you feeling anxious every time you think about approaching that girl at the local cafe? Or do you want to have her give you inviting looks every time you walk past by her? Do you really just want that perfect opener to start the conversation? Or do you want to be the kind of man that she's constantly scheming to find ways to get him to talk to her? Do you want to memorize stories so that you don't run out of things to say? Or do you want to be the kind of guy that she's constantly working to keep the conversation going because he's just so attractive? Do you want to learn complex and tricky ways to get her to give you her number? Or do you want to become the kind of man that she's trying to find ways to give her number to? I know which one I want, and I'm guessing that you want the same thing since you are watching this video. Why? Because that's the real dream every man has. It's not to learn tricks to pretend. It's not to memorize routines on how to fake your way into her pants. It's not to internalize tactics so that you can hide your insecurities behind a complex series of walls. The long-term goal of every guy is to become the man of her dreams. When you're the man of her dreams, you don't have to come up with ways to approach her because she's waiting for you to approach her. When you're the man of her dreams, you don't have to constantly come up with new and interesting things to talk about because she'll be the one who wants to keep talking to you. When you're the man of her dreams, you don't have to think of clever and new ways to get her number because she'll look for an excuse to get your number. According to many advices given on internet, the path to becoming the man of her dreams is simple. Change yourself to fit her standards. All you need to do is work out what women want, then develop those characteristics and traits, display them in front of women, and you are all set. And the logic behind it sounds right. On the surface, that is. If you, as you are right now, don't have excited women lining up to unzip your fly and devour your manhood, then in order to get them drooling and dripping wet, you need to change who you are to fit their standards. Logical? Yes. Effective? Not so much. Because changing yourself according to what she says and does shows that you need her. And women run away from needy men. So how do you become the man of her dreams? You have to start by knowing what she's looking for. You can't be the man of her dreams without first understanding her dreams. And knowing the kind of men she dreams about starts by knowing what kind of woman she is. Does she rely on other people to do things for her? Or is she empowered and independent? Does she live her life according to what other people tell her she should do? Or does she have her own independent vision and live according to that? Does she like to try and manipulate people into doing things for her? Or is she open, honest, and authentic? Does she blame other people for her situation in life? Or does she own what she contributes and take responsibility for her life? Does she need other people to make her feel good about herself? Or does she draw her sense of value from within? Does she blame other people, objects, events for her emotional responses? Or does she own her emotional responses and work to create the kinds of experiences she wants? Will she change who she is, how she acts, and what she does just to get the approval and validation of someone? Or will she live her life on her terms, regardless of what other people think, because she knows that it's the right thing to do? Now figure out what kind of man does the woman of your dreams dream about? Forget the looks, because you can't control those, forget the hobbies and passions. What kind of characteristics does she will want in man of her dreams? Does he rely on other people to do things for him? Or is he empowered and independent? Does he live his life according to what other people tell him he should do? Or does he have his own independent vision and live according to that? Does he like to try and manipulate people into doing things for him? Or is he open, honest, and authentic? Does he blame other people for his situation in life? Or does he own what he contributes and take responsibility for his life? Does he need other people to make him feel good about himself? Or does he draw his sense of value from within? Does he blame other people and things for his emotional responses? Or does he own his emotional responses and work to create the kinds of experiences he wants? And most importantly, will he change who he is, how he acts, and what he does just to get the approval and validation of someone? Or will he live his life on his terms, regardless of what other people think, because he knows that it's the right thing to do? If you really want to start having beautiful, real, open, fun, and amazing relationships with high-quality women, where you don't have to pretend, be fake, or lie, you have to start from the right place. And that right place is becoming the man of your dreams. You can't be the man of her dreams by trying to be the man of her dreams because the man of her dreams doesn't try. He just does. He isn't living for anyone else. He's not looking outside himself for answers, he's not reading rules on how to respond when a woman look at him, he's not trying to find tricks to manipulate other people's responses, he's doing what he knows is right. I know it seems logical to just act like the man of her dreams, but by doing that, you're actually creating a lose-lose situation. She loses because she doesn't get what she wants, a man who has the balls to stand on his own 2 feet, to do what he wants, when he wants it. A man living his adventure, his life, and taking control of his world. She ends up with a weak, fake, inauthentic boy who's willing to sacrifice who he is and what he stands for, just in the hope of getting some action. You also lose because you're missing out on a real, long-term solution, and you're condemning yourself to a life stuck in your head, desperately trying to convince people to spend time with you because of the person you're pretending to be. Is that the way you want to live your life? I know this seems counterintuitive, becoming the man of her dreams by not trying to be, but it's the path to achieving personal fulfillment. Now, the point of this isn't to tell you not to change. It's not to tell you to stay the same and just see what comes your way. It's to get you to focus on the most important person in the equation. You. This journey has to be about you becoming the kind of person you want to be. It has to be about becoming fulfilled and happy, regardless of how women respond to you, not just because some girl you've never met before touched your arm and laughed at a joke you read on a forum. That's the secret to getting the results you want. That's the core of Endgame. This journey has to be about you living your dreams, your desires, your principles. If you make it about her, then you've already lost. Become man of your dreams to become man of her dreams.